Some of the very first credit cards recorded in history were found in ancient Mesopotamia. These cards were actually clay tablets that functioned as lines of credit and were traded with neighboring civilizations. Reporting from the Archaeological Institute of America shows that ancient Mesopotamians inscribed these clay tablets with contracts, business information, and details of financial transactions. The finely preserved clay tablets date back close to 5,000 years and illustrate how early commerce may have operated across various parts of the world from 2000 to 1750 BC. In the current scenario, the world's largest payment networks for credit cards, debit cards, and prepaid cards include American Express, Discover, Mastercard, and Visa. However, Visa and Mastercard are by far the largest credit card networks in operation today, with both brands offering 3 different tiers of credit cards through their partnerships with banks, travel companies, and other organizations. Surprisingly, neither Visa nor Mastercard was the world's first bank card. In 1946, John Biggins, a banker from Brooklyn, created the first bank-issued card. It could only be used locally, and customers had to have an account with Biggins's bank to use it. 12 years later, in 1958, Visa arrived. It was the brainchild of Bank of America, which launched its Bank AmeriCard in California. Today, it may be hard to imagine a paper bank card with a $300 limit, but that's exactly what the original Visa card was. It was the first general-purpose credit card. Around this time, the only credit cards available were issued by retailers or used for specific purposes, such as a Diners Club restaurant card. The idea gained traction, and other institutions began issuing their own Bank AmeriCards, resulting in the creation of the National Bank AmeriCard. This corporation, created in 1970, was equally owned by all the Bank AmeriCard issuing banks in the U.S. In 1976, Bank AmeriCard officially rebranded as Visa, 2 years after its international expansion in 1974. The next major development for the credit card company was its global merger in 2007, followed by its initial public offering in 2008. Visa currently trades on multiple stock exchanges with a market cap of nearly $564 billion as of February 2024. Mastercard has a similar origin timeline to Visa, in that the credit card company started among a group of retail franchises working with banks to accept cards as payment at certain local stores. In 1966, one of these groups started the Interbank Card Association, ICA, an association that was run by multiple member committees which established rules for settlement, clearing, and other aspects of the credit card organization. Jump ahead 2 years to 1968, and the ICA made alliances with Mexico, Japan, and various countries in Europe. Into the late 1970s, the ICA had members from all around the globe, and as such decided to change its name to Mastercard International. In 2002, Mastercard merged with Europay International and converted from a membership association to a private share corporation. This change was made, in part, to prepare the company for its IPO in 2006. Mastercard currently trades on multiple exchanges with an estimated market cap of $440 billion as of February 2024. Both companies have evolved since their creation, adapting to the technical advances that have made our everyday lives more comfortable and flexible, such as the development of contactless cards and mobile payments. Nowadays, both Visa and Mastercard systems are ubiquitous. Anywhere you go, Visa and Mastercards are accepted. However, in order to achieve this level of market penetration, both companies employ significant network effects, which include incentivizing consumers to use credit debit cards by offering rewards, charging a 1 to 3% transaction value fee on merchants, and collecting interchange fees or interest rate fees from banks. As of 2022, excluding China, digital payments represent about 43% of consumer purchases, up from 28% in 2010. Currently, Visa holds about 60% of the global payment share, while Mastercard has 30% and American Express has 8.5%. However, Visa facilitates money movement across more than 200 countries, territories, while Mastercard facilitates money movement across more than 210 countries. Although Visa is larger, the revenue gap between the two companies is narrowing, and Mastercard is growing its top-line revenue faster than Visa. In 2018, Visa generated 1.25 times that of Mastercard's revenue, which shrunk to 1.13 times by 2022, largely due to the international revenue generation segment for Mastercard as a result of the company's growth strategy involving increased spending on user incentives, which comes at a cost. Consequently, Visa is the more profitable company with an operating margin of 66%, while Mastercard has an operating margin of 54% as of 2022. The omnipresence of both these brands, however, is fading away over time. In emerging markets, as countries leapfrog their developed counterparts by developing their own payment systems, Visa and Mastercard are increasingly being eliminated from the value chain. For example, India established its homegrown real-time payment system, the UPI. Similarly, in Southeast Asia, as in China, homegrown wallet solutions developed by local super apps tend to dominate the digital payments landscape, the big four being GrabPay, GoPay, Alipay, and AirPay. Meanwhile, in the US domestic market, payment companies such as Square, Block are developing a payment system that completely disintermediates Visa and Mastercard. As for the Russian shutdown, Russian transactions accounted for approximately 4% of net revenue for both networks, so this decision has resulted in a slight revenue headwind. As we reflect on their origins, from the nomad origins to the international dominance of Visa and Mastercard, it's clear that these financial tools have transformed commerce on a global scale. Yet, as we look to the future, the landscape of digital payments is rapidly evolving. Emerging markets are developing their own payment systems, and innovative technologies threaten to disrupt the dominance of traditional players. While Visa and Mastercard continue to expand their reach across borders and adapt to new technologies, they must also navigate the challenges posed by local competitors and changing consumer preferences. Despite these challenges, the legacy of Visa and Mastercard is undeniable. As pioneers in the world of finance, they have revolutionized the way we buy and sell goods, shaping the global economy in the process. And as we move forward into an increasingly digital world, their influence will continue to be felt, albeit in new and unexpected ways.